Tim and Sarah led a content life, finding joy in life's simple pleasures like sunny days, the aroma of baking bread, and waking up together each morning. While they weren't affluent, they were comfortable. Sarah worked as a freelance from home, while Tim held a steady job at a factory. However, their tranquility was disrupted when Derek took over as managing director, bringing with him a reign of turmoil for some employees, including Tim. Under Derek's management, Tim's workload surged and satisfaction seemed unattainable, no matter how hard he worked. Derek's demands often extended into weekends, leaving Tim drained by the time he returned home. Communication with his wife dwindled as exhaustion consumed him. Late one night, Tim confided in Sarah about Derek's harsh treatment, lamenting how differently he was treated compared to others. As Sarah's birthday approached, falling on a Friday, their traditional dinner date seemed threatened by Tim's grueling work schedule. 2 weeks before the special day, Sarah implored Tim to ensure they celebrated together. Promising nothing would hinder their plans, Tim vowed to prioritize their evening out despite the challenges at work. A week before Sarah's birthday, Tim took a bold step. He visited the HR office, a place he seldom frequented, and made a request to leave early on Friday. To his surprise, the HR personnel readily agreed, granting him permission to depart by 3 p.m. Tim, elated by this rare concession, arrived at work earlier than usual that Friday and diligently wrapped up his tasks by 3:30 p.m. Just as he was preparing to leave, fate intervened in the form of a knock on his door. It was Derek. Tim's heart sank as he beheld his unyielding boss. Derek casually informed him that the secretary was absent, tasking Tim to stand in for him at a crucial meeting scheduled for 5:30 p.m. Despite Tim's attempts to explain his prior permission to leave early, Derek dismissed his concerns, emphasizing the importance of prioritizing work above all else, even family. It was a tipping point for Tim, igniting a fiery defiance he hadn't felt in years. In a moment of clarity and determination, he declared his resignation and stormed out of the room. This bold decision, though initially daunting, paved the way for newfound opportunities. Tim managed to make it to the dinner date with Sarah on time, surprising her with the news of his resignation upon their return. Encouraged by Sarah's unwavering support, Tim embarked on a job search journey, eventually securing a position at a mining company. It was at this new workplace that Tim encountered Sadie Kate, a remarkable dog whose unwavering loyalty and affection served as a constant reminder of the importance of love and companionship. In Sadie Kate, Tim found not only a faithful friend, but also a symbol of resilience and unwavering devotion. On Tim's first day at his new workplace, he encountered an unexpected but delightful greeting from a friendly dog named Sadie Kate. She bounded towards him, her tail wagging furiously, and even tugged at his trousers as if urging him to play. Initially, Tim assumed her friendliness was just her nature, a warm welcome to strangers. However, as the day progressed, it became evident that Sadie had taken a liking to Tim. Despite his gentle attempts to guide her back to her usual spot in the parking lot, she persistently followed him into the office area. Tim affectionately reassured her before returning to work, leaving Sadie contentedly lounging in her spot outside. At the end of the day, Tim expected to find Sadie in her usual spot, but she was nowhere to be seen. Just as he was about to leave, Sadie unexpectedly emerged from an abandoned building and made a beeline for his truck. Tim waved goodbye as he drove off, intrigued by the dog's peculiar behavior. Excited to share his encounter with Sadie, Tim recounted the story to Sarah, who encouraged him to take photos of the friendly dog the next day. Eager to capture Sadie's charm, Tim made sure to bring some sausages as a treat when he returned to work. Sure enough, Sadie greeted him enthusiastically, accepting the sausages with joy as Tim snapped some photos to send to Sarah. As Tim and Sadie's bond grew stronger over the following days, it became apparent to Tim that Sadie might not have a home or family. His suspicions were confirmed when a colleague revealed that Sadie had been around for months without anyone claiming her. Heartbroken by the revelation, Tim couldn't bear the thought of leaving Sadie behind, knowing she deserved a loving home. As Tim prepared to leave for home that evening, he couldn't shake the thought of Sadie living on the streets. With tears welling in his eyes, he made a spontaneous decision. "Would you come with me?" he asked, almost expecting no response. But to his surprise, Sadie seemed to understand, eagerly jumping into the truck as if she had been waiting for the invitation. The journey home was filled with excitement and joy, Tim's music blaring as he danced in his seat while Sadie wagged her tail in delight. Arriving home, Sarah welcomed Sadie with open arms, giving her a warm bath and bonding with her quickly. However, a strange behavior from Sadie the next day left Sarah deeply concerned. Shortly after Tim left for work, Sadie ran out of the house and sat in the driveway, causing Sarah to worry that Sadie didn't like their home and wanted to leave. Despite bringing her back inside, Sadie remained restless until Tim's return, her demeanor changing instantly upon seeing him. Sarah recounted the day's events to Tim, who reassured her and suggested keeping Sadie indoors for a while longer. The following day, Sadie repeated the behavior, running to the driveway once again. However, Sarah realized her mistake in locking the doors, leading to a heartwarming discovery later that evening. As Tim's truck approached, Sadie's excitement was palpable as she bounded towards him, confirming Sarah's suspicions. Overwhelmed by Sadie's unwavering affection, they shared tears of joy, realizing the depth of her bond with Tim. To this day, Sadie eagerly waits for Tim on the driveway, her unwavering gaze fixed on the road, hoping to catch sight of her beloved friend's return.